Welcome to OpenDribble. Now, this is one of 6 Steam maps that I'll be showing you guys today, and it's one of the ways I trained to be able to achieve Grand Champion rank. It's pretty interesting, but about 90% of those in the upper ranks are actually on PC, and this is because it gives you easier access to really quick improvement and a more responsive place to play on. If you're a console player, make sure to stay tuned for this video, because when I was a lower ranked player on console, I actually would watch Steam map videos just like this one, and create makeshift maps for myself to play on and practice. So for example, I created a shooting one, and I would use the outside of the map packs to practice my aerials, such as how the PC players use a rings map. Now, the 6 packs I'm going to be showing you make for a very well-rounded routine, so let's get started. Make sure you guys use this map to warm up or warm down. Now, it's perfect for practicing your dribbles. As you can see, I've been practicing them while I do my intro, and also your air dribbles, because there is no limit to how wide you can go or how high you can go. So what I do on here is I carry the ball around. I often try to score flicks on this goal up ahead, or I can just hit it since it fell off my roof. Bottom corner there. Oh, a miss. I'll try to get back on my roof, and I'll take it up for an air dribble off that ramp there. So this map is just super good for this, for just having fun, honestly, and enjoying Rocket League for what it is. And as you can see here, it also gives you really good practice with air dribbling, and especially the use of flips in midair. Gonna go for a flip reset here. And one final hit. Oh no, I didn't get a flip. See, you can see how I was able to bounce it back into the air and just fly after it. I'm just practicing my air rolls right now. And yeah, so this map is just perfect for, as I said, cooling up and warming. It's perfect for, as I said, cooling down and warming up. Now, let's head on to the next map. Speed jump rings 2. So, those of you who know me and who have already seen one of my air rolling videos will know that I absolutely love this map for improving at air rolls and improving at aerialing, because the rings are huge. Now, a lot of players try to practice aerialing on the maps with the smallest possible rings, or the most difficult courses like Lethamir's rings, and I do those sometimes, but when you're doing a consistent routine, it's good to have it be not too challenging, but just enough that it pushes you. So while air rolling left, which is my natural air roll, while that is not difficult to do this map, doing it with manual air roll is difficult. And so I do get good practice, and I push myself just a tiny bit without feeling the need to return to air roll left to recover and things like that. So I use this entire map to fly with manual air roll instead of relying on air roll left to recover. And occasionally I do air roll right as well. And sometimes I practice inverse as well. So those kind of things, you can do the entire map one way or the other and just push yourself, because it's almost too easy to do without pushing yourself. As you get further into the map, it does become a little more difficult. I'm currently on level 11 out of 11, and I often do struggle with this one when I'm air rolling with my weaker side, or using manual air roll. As you can see, there I go, because the rings get farther and farther apart, and so you have to be very crisp with your movements. Alright, once you finish the pack, make sure that you immediately hit reset and start again from the beginning, air rolling a different way. Now, I know this can get tedious, but it's good to put on some music and just do this pack maybe 3 to 4 times, air rolling in each of the different ways. In the end, this should take no more than maybe 15 to 20 minutes. It's a super simple warm-up that just helps you get good at aerialing consistently. Alright, on to map 3. Map 3 is another map by DMC, and what I like about it is that the rings here are a little more difficult. Now, it's almost so difficult that I sometimes struggle to complete this map if I'm not doing my normal air roll. So it's good for working every little bit of your car. And you can even practice your normal air roll on this map and try to get it more efficient, because this one is a little bit difficult, even for a Grand Champion. So what you're going to do on this one is you're going to want to complete it at least once, maybe twice if you have the time. It takes a little bit longer, but it's just good for pushing yourself. And in my experience, this map was actually really hard to complete as a diamond or below. I could often go quite far, but there were points where it would just get really frustrating and I couldn't pass the level. So make sure if you do get to that point, don't get angry, don't repeat it so many times that you have a bad day. Just try to improve your aerials. You can restart the map if you need, and you'll eventually get through those points. Make sure to remember though that this is just halfway through the training packs. We've still got a couple more to go, and so your routine shouldn't be ended by tilting. Alright, I'll see you guys in the dribble challenge. As I said a second ago, here we are in the dribble challenge. I think it's called Impossible Dribble Challenge or Dribble Challenge 2, something like that. Well, what you're going to do here is just take the ball and walk it through each of the goals. Now, there are about 30 levels here, and just as with the last map, it did take me until almost Grand Champion to finally complete this map. And the first time I did, it took over an hour. However, I've now cut that down to maybe 25 to 30 minutes, and it's super exciting for me. So basically what that means is you're not in here to try to complete the pack and be competitive about it. You're here to improve. So push yourself, try to flick occasionally, and catch it again. If you have to restart a level, that's okay. This is just a means to an end. It is not for you to complete each level successfully and as efficiently as possible, or even try to skip levels as a speedrunner might. This is for your own improvement, and so you should take it as seriously as possible. One way I do like to have fun with it is flicking at the last second to try to score. I guess I didn't hit it there, but when I know that I'm about to score perfectly, I use this map to also practice my flicks. So one way a lot of players look at training is challenges that they can complete in any way that they want. So in a shooting pack, they might try to walk the ball into the goal instead of shoot it. They might miss their double tap and instead tap the ball in on the ground and then go on to the next shot, as if they had somehow done what the pack was asking. However, it is your job to stay strong and stay honest about what you're doing and reset even if you fail at the last hurdle. You can go all the way, and some of these shots take maybe 5 minutes before you reach a checkpoint. If you miss at the last second, that's okay. Restart it. That's what you're practicing here for. You're not here to just beat every level, and I'm going to keep reminding you of that. Alright, that's enough of this pack. I made it to level 12. And yeah, now let's head on to CoCo's aim training. This map is absolutely excellent for practicing your shooting, and it's honestly probably the one that'll help you improve the fastest, because it really is just having you practice placing your shots in the right spots and also generating power. And this is valuable at every single level. Here I am in the aim training lobby, and one thing I like to do when I first hop into this pack is go into easy mode. Now, easy mode shows you a goal that's the size of the normal goals. And all you try to do here is just start by hitting it on target. It's a nice little warm-up, and it doesn't push you too hard to begin with. So I've tried to get about 20 to 60 streaks going here before I feel ready to move on to the next stage, but it's looking like today I'm not going to really break maybe 5. But one thing I do here, if I am having a good streak day, is I'll start trying to aim high or low. So I'm going to keep it off the ground there, and I'll hit it on the ground. And with this shot, I'm going to try to hit it off the ground as well. And so as you can see, this just gives me practice placing my shots on what looks like a goal, and understanding what it looks like to do different shots. Then, when I'm ready, let's go until I miss. When I'm ready, I leave and I'll go to normal mode. At the moment though, it looks like I am on a good streak. I can impress you guys maybe. And alright, let's see, 16, 17. You know, this actually makes me wonder. I wonder what the highest score is on here, because there are SSLs with shooting that is 10 times better than mine. And yet, if I can get 21 on the third try here, I can't imagine how high some players can reach. But basically, this just means practice this. If you can't get 24 at least, then maybe you don't deserve to be Grand Champion if you're underneath it. Alright, 25. Back to lobby we go, and into normal mode. So this one's a lot more difficult. It drops the ball straight down. You have to volley it and hit it into that little square. And this is very good for practicing clears, saves, passes, shots, everything that involves hitting the ball with power and accuracy. And this is the mode that you'll want to grind. The other one was mainly just a warm-up mode, something to get nice and ready. And this is the one where if you grind this for 30 minutes a day, you can put on your music and just play this, you will notice a severe increase in your rank because your shooting will be much better. And notice how bad my shooting actually is. I often miss the goal a little bit, and that's where like an SSL could be better than me. It's always nice to recognize those moments in your gameplay where you can really see places where you can improve, because that means that there's still room for you to grow. I hear about players talking about reaching their mechanical peak, and I never believe them, because as long as you can recognize moments like this, where you can't perfectly put the ball on target, you know that there's room to grow, and all it takes is repetition and practice. For example, there's probably someone out there that can get 99% of these targets, and they have to end the pack just because they're too good at hitting them. Meanwhile, I end when I go on such a bad losing streak that I lose all my confidence. So, all I need to do is just stay in here and practice, and that's all you need to do as well, just to reach Grand Champion. Now, let's go into the last pack here. It's not going to be anything involving the ball or something that can help you learn how to air roll or anything like that. What it does is allows you to improve your aerial control at almost every level. So let's go into it now and you'll see exactly what I mean. Obstacle course 1. So if we begin with level 1, you'll see that it's a little hallway with just enough room for the car to get by. And these gray pads are actually checkpoints. So your goal is to get to the yellow at the end of each level, and they do get a little bit more difficult as you go on, and I honestly sometimes can't even complete the whole map, or I get a little bit too frustrated and just tab out. But what you do here, and this is just like all the other packs, is although the map tells you to do certain things, it tells you to go from point A to point B, your job is to make the experience more difficult for yourself. It's too easy to just aerial to a certain location. You have to test yourself, do a little flip in midair, try to land, fly up and over. There are about 4 levels in this pack, and I would say that this hallway right here is the best one for improvement. Now, if you are learning air rolls, definitely go onto here and try air rolling, preferably left in my opinion, but you can do right as well, around this hallway until you reach the goal. I honestly couldn't do this for the first few months of learning how to air roll. It's a lot easier now, but as you can see from my controller overlay, it's going a little bit crazy, because there's a lot of adjustments that need to be made. Alright though, this map is very difficult, and it's something that you should do almost last in your warm-up when you're completely ready. And after this, the part that a lot of people don't want to do, but the thing that'll get you to Grand Champion, is that you're not actually ready for rank yet. The next step is to go into Freeplay and practice a little bit. You can start with the routine that I've given you in the Grand Champion Freeplay tutorial. First, practice going around the arena and just being efficient with your control. You have just gone from a different pack that didn't have the ball in it, so it should come naturally to you. Then, once you're ready, you can touch the ball and keep it on your roof. Start practicing the things that you were practicing in that one training pack, Dribble Challenge 2. And also do your flicks a little bit, because you didn't get too much practice unless you were going outside of the box and forcing yourself to practice flicks there. There are a few other things to do, but you're not ready for ranked until you've gone to Freeplay. And that's something that a lot of players ignore, and it's something that separates Grand Champions from lower ranked players. We are obsessed with Freeplay. Alright, if you enjoyed this, make sure that you stay tuned, because soon I'll be coming out with a video just like this for training packs, not community maps. I'll be showing you some of the best ones I've ever seen, and also some that I made. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.